Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network and brought to you today from the Grand Hotel at Mackinac Island. We're here for the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce's annual policy conference. You run into all kinds of important people here, of course, and so we snagged one as I walked by the booth here. Garlin Gilchrist, the Secretary of State. How you doing, buddy? And I'm giving you this title for now because I know you're looking at changing it. Lieutenant Governor, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing great. Good to be with you again.
It's good to be here. We were talking about this as a venue and how much you can get done here is unbelievable. Now, you're kind of on the campaign trail, are you not?
Well, I'm always ready to have conversations with people across Michigan. I've been doing that as lieutenant governor for the last 6 years, been to all 83 counties. I've met with entrepreneurs in every county of the state of Michigan to help, what's important to them, how they want to build their economic future and create jobs, and what they need from the state of Michigan to support them. And as an engineer and a two-time recovering entrepreneur myself, I know what it means to raise money for a business in Michigan and help it grow. And so I'm looking forward to, continue to have those conversations as lieutenant governor and as a candidate to be the next governor of Michigan to solve the problems and remove the barriers that stand between people and their possibility here in our state.
Well, it's interesting because I was going to say most people don't know that you are an entrepreneur, and that gives you that empathy that you really need. I've always said if you don't go to bed on a Wednesday night worried about payroll on Friday, you're not a small business guy.
That's right. That's right. That's right. But I mean, it also means though that we need to make sure that people have the confidence to continue to build businesses in Michigan, continue to invest in our people in Michigan, and that our folks who have ideas that they are excited about putting those ideas into the world in Michigan and know that they can raise money and hire in Michigan. So that's what I've been focused on and will continue to be focused on because I want this to be the best place to have an idea. I want this to be the place where people can stay here and succeed.
And I've always said there's no bad time to start a good business. So when you do them, they work
That's
no
right.
matter what.
I mean, some of the most iconic businesses in our economy today were started during economic downturns. So if you have an idea, we want Michigan to be the best place to make something happen.
Absolutely right. Okay, so one of the feeders to that, because one of the biggest problems for business is shortage of talent. So they come through the educational system. Give me your stance there. And I'm a former educator.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, people are our most important asset and resource. It is really critical that we make sure we are positioning people in Michigan for success in the economy today and tomorrow. So that means at the K-12 level, make sure we're supporting our education professionals who know what needs to be done. Look, my kids go to Detroit Public Schools, all three of them. And if you ask any individual teacher, they will tell you they know what it takes to make sure that this kid learns how to. So we need to make it easier for them to do the things that they know work. Those answers don't come from Lansing, they come in the classroom. So we have to support them. We have done a lot of work to make sure that we have more resources available on a per student basis than ever. This year, we're going to break $10,000 per student to invest in their education. And now it's time to make sure we can prioritize more urgency, getting better outcomes so they can read better. We've done some curriculum changes that can support that, and we think we're going to see some results quickly.
Well, it's unbelievable the emphasis you put on reading because that is the main tool when you think about it. The other piece is training because we get a lot through the ISDs of the state, and that's craft. That's people learning trades like plumbing, like electrical, et cetera, et cetera. That's really important. I think support that.
Well, we do, and it's supported at a level that is, bigger than any time in our state's history. The truth is, Michigan's become the number one state for, adult adult credential acquisition. We have made sure that we have more apprenticeships available. 32,000, 23,000 apprenticeships that are available. That's important, but I want to broaden a little bit. So career and technical education means those trades, but it also means dental hygienists. It also means cybersecurity professionals. I had a meeting at the Pentagon this past December. They have 100,000 open cybersecurity jobs in the federal government. And so we have an opportunity to position Michigan's young people to take those jobs. Those are good paying jobs. You can build a family and a future on that work. And so, we're making sure that we're getting those certifications available to kids at the high school level, the graduate from high school being able to do this. And then regardless of the choice that you make to pursue higher education going forward, you can enter the economy and afford things and have a job right now.
Plus, you can live in DC, which is a little bizarre these days,
I
but
don't want you to live in DC.
I'm talking about being a magnet for young people. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
It really is. Listen, continued good luck, my friend. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
And keep up the good work.
Thank you.
And we'll watch you on the campaign trail.
Looking forward to supporting Michigan people with ideas who are creating jobs and having economic impact. Thank you.
You'll do fine.
Good to see you.
Garlin Gilchrist, Lieutenant Governor for the state of Michigan. I am Chris Holman. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network, coming to you from the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island, where we are here for the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce's annual policy conference. We'll be right back with more.